is this part right here, your hips and your waist. If someone said, listen, you could take something that's gonna peel the pounds off of just this part right here, you'd be like, ha ha ha, it's true. 275,000 bottles of these have been picked up, $17 less today. You are getting a 60-day supply. That's how our auto delivery works as well. It comes to you every 60 days for a year. Here's what happened. There was a reduction in the weight in the hips and the waist in people who took this 2 times a day, fruit and flour. There's no caffeine in it. It's a fruit and flour mix, and followed a standard 2,000 calorie diet and walked 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. It's a perfect formula.
It is a perfect formula, and it took the scientists 4 years to get to this perfect formula. But I want to show you Tracy. Tracy took Meratrim. She took it over the course of the 8 weeks, 60 days. So at the end of the summer, she looked like she does in the after picture. Look how good she looks. I want you.
She lost 16 pounds in 60 days.
Isn't that incredible? And she did it without any caffeine, without any stimulants. She walked 5 days a week for 30 minutes. That's what she did. And she ate a standard diet, a healthy diet. And she had the encouragement and the support. She could walk with her husband. She could go out to the mall and walk with her girlfriends. She kept it interesting and she kept busy. And over 60 days, every single day, she took her Meratrim, her soft little veggie cap, and she transformed over those 60 days. Just imagine what she felt like at the end of the summer. And look at George.
So do it with your partner. Get 2 sets of this. Lock that into auto delivery so it continues to come to you every 60 days for a year, because I can't promise this price for very long. Because George went from $213 to $225.
And I questioned to show you after 31 days, because so many people say, oh, George did it in 31 days. Great. I'll try it for 31 days. And then if it doesn't work for me, I'm done.
Well, and also men always do it faster. What is that? Like, my husband can go on a diet for a day and I was like, I lost 7 pounds. What?
Yes, it isn't fair. But here's the thing, Meratrim is science-based. It was based over 8 weeks. So I really want you to give yourself that chance to see how you lose that midsection fat, how you lose it in the hips and in the waist. And here's another great picture of Andrea. She took over 60 days the weight that she couldn't get off after she had her baby.
Those
and that's
last
transformation.
6 pounds.
Those
that
last
are always
pounds.
so hard.
And here's Martha. Again, here's someone after 31 days. But look at how her hips and her waist are so different in her after picture. You can't suck that stuff in, but what you can do is take Meratrim twice a day and give yourself the chance. Give yourself the chance to look and feel better than you did before you took it. Right?
So people have said, because it's been a very popular item and it's sold quite well here at QVC, people have said, listen, if I follow a standard 2,000 calorie diet, which again, there's a reason why the bottle of or back of every single food item you find says, this is nutritional value based on a standard 2,000 calorie diet. That's what we as human beings, especially women, should be having, is a standard 2,000 calorie diet.
Yes.
Now, if you're over that, you're right. If you go down to a 2,000 calorie diet, which is not deprivation, this is not, when I go on a diet, which I don't really do, but if I were, I would take myself down to 12 or 1,400 calories. 2,000 is standard. Eat good for you stuff and do that. But people say, oh, if I go down to 2,000 calorie diet and I walk 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, I'm going to lose weight anyway. Maybe, depending on what you're doing right now, but will you target lose the weight in your hips and your waist? I know if I lose weight, you know where I lose it? In the boobs. And I don't want to lose weight there. So this target loses the weight where you want it to go most. That's why this is so special. And it also, for some women, it's like that key, like, oh, I'm taking my Meratrim. Today
Yes.
I'm going to make good decisions.
That's right.
It's that reminder in the morning and the evening to, skip the second bowl of popcorn or whatever it might be.
Absolutely.
Because I'm doing something good for myself.
So many women tell me that, and I want to show you Lynn, because Lynn is an example of a woman who never imagined that she could transform her weight, but she has lost over 100 pounds with Meratrim, and she couldn't have done it without Meratrim. And that's why she's one of tens and tens of thousands of women that can transform their hips and their waist. And that's why I'm so excited to share it with you. And she has been part of the Rebody family.
And take a look. We have a video, actually. Let's do it real quick.
Show.
Hi, I'm Lynn, and I've been a loyal QVC customer for many years. In 2013, I was heavier than ever. I didn't like the way I looked. I was unhealthy, and I was embarrassed. I didn't like the message I was sending my son, and I knew I had to make a change. I had to lose the weight. I needed to work for it, but I knew that I couldn't do it all myself, and that's when I turned to QVC. It was New Year's Eve, and I was going to start 2014 with a plan, and there was Naomi talking about Meratrim. I bought it and started taking it immediately. The plan's very easy to follow. I eat a 2,000 calorie a day diet. I walk 5 days a week for 30 minutes a day, and I take my Meratrim twice a day. I've received 5 free bottles of Meratrim and coaching to help keep me focused on my weight loss goal. It's changed my life totally. I've lost 80 pounds in about 18 months. I feel wonderful. I did it, and so can you.
She's amazing. There she is, 24 months over, and it's continued, and she's kept it off.
And it
more than
keeps
100
going.
pounds. Take a look at the bottom of the screen. In a clinical study, the average weight loss was 11 pounds in 8 weeks. Give it that time and see the results. You've got that 60-day love it or return it guarantee on that. All right, one more final item in the show. If you're just tuning in, more than how many now? 4,000 sets.
Wow.
Have been picked up so far in the show. That's half. Over half of what we brought in. I knew this was not going to last. It's a one-day only priced item, which is fantastic because it's kind of like our today's special value, which by the way is coming up next, so don't go anywhere. In that it's the lowest price for one day, but different from our today's special value. I can guarantee you this will not be back this low of a price or lower for the next 6 months. So at midnight your time or when this sells out, that goes away and it's the lowest price for 6 whole months. You get 3 bottles, the yummiest flavors of Saf Slim. What is Saf Slim doing? It's targeting trunk and midsection fat. This part that you grab right here, this part that you grab right here, this that puts the extra weight and the pressure, which is unhealthy for you. And in the study, it was postmenopausal, obese, type 2 diabetic women who took this 2 times a day. 2 tablespoons, once in the morning,
That's
once
right.
in the evening, is usually pretty good. They saw the reduction in the trunk and midsection fat. And a couple other things here that are very important as well.
That's right. This is what makes Saf Slim so special. So just follow along with me here. So it helps to increase the levels of a hormone that declines as we get older called adiponectin. Now, so many of us think, look, I'm losing the control of my midsection weight. I can't control it any longer. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger over time. And that's a reality because our hormones are declining, and that's a bad thing. So as they go down, our midsection goes